Hey, it's Terry Danilak, product development consultant. I've helped startups, small and medium businesses, and Fortune 500 companies deliver products faster to market. Today, I want to talk to you about a very important topic and a very dear topic to me. I want to start with a statement. Building software, building products is a really messy process. And it is impossible to accurately predict how long something takes. And our desire to make things predictable often leads us in a direction where we go into a project and we spend money and time trying to figure out what to build and then design it and then build it to the point where by the time we're done, whatever we've built has cost us $1 million and nobody is using it, nobody likes it, and it's not solving a business problem. So underneath that problem lies our desire, our internal need to make things certain. So we want to predict. But software, because it's complex product, it's impossible to predict. One reason why it's impossible to predict because we don't really know what the customer is going to want. The reason why we don't know is because we can't just give it to the customer and be like, hey, is this what you want? It takes a long time to build something. It takes a long time to build something of value. And by the time you build it, and whatever the customer wanted, it might not be useful anymore. Business changes day in, day out, so things can turn on a dime. Plus, whenever you ask somebody what they want, they tell you, but the end result is rarely what they need. So the mindset of predicting how to build things and how long it's going to take almost always leads into missed deadlines, over budget projects, and general dissatisfaction from the user or customer perspective. There's a better way. The better way is to think in terms of product development rather than project development. A project is something that's a fixed scope, a fixed time budget, and a certain set of requirements that you want to deliver. And the output of the project is a deliverable that you can give to somebody. A product, in a product development space, we're not delivering specific product when it's one and done. We're delivering an outcome. And when I say an outcome what I mean is the change of state, change of being, change of experience that a user and customer will have after using the product. So a good example of a project output versus product outcome would be, let's say you want to build a house, right? That's a project. You build a house. The output of that build a house project is a house, and this is what you get. The outcome of that project would be living in that house. So a state change, something changed, the behavior changed. So you didn't live in the house, now you live in the house. That's the outcome. In the software world, the project could be something like, let's build a shopping cart. And the output of that project would be the shopping cart. The outcome of that project, of that product, of that shopping cart product would be the ability to buy something online. So the outcome always creates a state change, while the output is actual deliverable, something tangible that you get after doing the work. Therein lies this clash of methodologies, clash of thinking. Whenever you think of projects, you think of this big thing, and that's how we, timeline. This is how we're going to think about it. This is how we're going to do the work. We're going to do the work in project based. When you think about product, you're thinking about satisfying or some sort of outcome, achieving some sort of outcome. That outcome could be consisting of multiple smaller outcomes, which in themselves would be smaller projects. So projects are still useful, projects still make sense, projects still can be predicted at a certain level, but the scale has to be smaller. It goes outcome, product, product, outcome, and then project, output. Outcome, product, project, output. That's the line. And when you change the way you view this approach to work, what you're doing is you are shortening the feedback cycles, because you're making these projects smaller, shorter, and then you're able to then think about, or validate rather, whether whatever you thought about building is actually useful to the end user, to the customer. And therein lies the power of this product thinking approach, where instead of thinking of the big projects, you think of a product and the outcomes that you want to achieve. And then you think of outcomes that you want to achieve, then the end result will be that product that you build to achieve those outcomes, and then those outcomes that will be done in small projects. I've been working with this type of approach for the past 3 years, and I've done this on and off on my own before, kind of meandering my way into this kind of thinking for a while. But I've had the ability to lead teams on trying to help project-based thinking, try to change project-based thinking for the enterprise into product-based thinking that allows, first of all, it saves a ton of money. The reason why is because when we do product-based development, we validate ideas, validate outcomes very quickly. So we know exactly what the users want, what the customers want. So we don't spend time building things that don't matter, building things that make no sense, building things that cost a lot of money and provide zero value. So the goal in product thinking is to get to value as fast as possible. The best way to do that is to go in and validate it with whoever the receiver of the value will be, whether it's customers, users, whoever. So that's the best, in my opinion, the best approach to getting software, getting any product, as a matter of fact, into the world. If you'd like to learn more, subscribe to this channel. I'll be talking more about this product versus project mindset, a product delivery cycle that helps you get from A to outcome, to users wanting to use your product quickly, and how to validate your assumptions, how to validate your product, validate your ideas, validate your outcomes, and how to actually organize your work so that you can get it done faster. Thanks for watching, listening, and I will see you next time. Cheers.